hear a freshman talk like that, can you talk about how mature a freshman is talking about something like that and maybe not having to do that a couple of years down the road in college?
Yeah. We knew she was special. We recruited her at our previous institution. We had been on KK, I think, since she could crawl, I feel like, she just was special. Her work ethic, you don't get those kind of kids very often. And so I felt like we all felt like it was really important for us to bring her here. We knew she was special. I think about what is that going to look like by her senior year. That's what I'm really excited about. So just a special kid, yeah.
About the evolution of Levitt, big start, she did it against non-conference game, but also talked about she seemed to be taking a lot of time, which was different. She looked different today.
Yeah, I felt like, Levitt's been working on a routine, and I felt like this year, we kind of talked about it in preseason, that I thought that there was going to be some times this year that she stepped up for us in huge opportunities, and today was one of them. I think if you look at her last couple of innings that she's thrown and games that she's pitched in, you can see her get better and better and better, and so she earned that today, 100% of getting that start. This was huge. I mean, it was a big game, and I thought she did a great job again of staying relaxed, but working her zones, being able to throw her changeup when she needed to. And there was times where her changeup wasn't working, and she still figured out how to maneuver through their lineup, which I think is a great sign for us. But really, that's some senior leadership there. But that was huge, and you guys know that I play the matchup game, so we were at the part of the lineup, and I went up to Coach Harger and I said, okay, I'm putting Kate in. This is her part of the lineup. Like, here we go. And it was risky because we had just scored those 3 runs, right? And Kate came in, and that's what we need out of this staff. I mean, I feel like in order for us to get where we need to get to, you have to have a staff, and they have to be able to come in like, boom, 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 this is my part of the lineup. I need to take care of it, and then pass the baton. And I thought, we executed that beautifully tonight.
Right. Everybody on the field seemed to have so much composure this game. Everybody was, something would happen, they would just let it go and continue on fresh footing. You must be very proud. With anything to say on that, just playing a fresh game?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Sundays are hard. Sundays are gut days, I think this team has shown that throughout the year, is that they just don't panic. They keep working. They keep, kind of where are we at now? There's nothing they can do about the previous pitch, and there's nothing they can do about the next pitch. They have to be in the moment. And so I feel like they've been working hard on their communication and kind of connecting with their teammates and talking through situations. Really, I think that comes from pre-pitch connectivity. Does that make sense? And so when you're out on the field and something doesn't go right, or you don't get a call, or you get a call put against you, the best thing for you to do is to make eye contact with somebody and connect, right? And that's our human nature, and I think they're just doing a much better job of that.
Kennedy Powell had the only triple of the weekend and led the team with 6 runs, and she should probably sell insurance with her insurance run today and yesterday. What is it about her that's such a special player, and how you can rely on her to get on base as much as she does and to just score as many runs as she can?
Yeah, she's just a gamer. Like, when the lights go on, Kennedy Powell lights up. Today, her triple, I was like, way to be strong. But that kid, her and Coco are partners in the weight room, and they move weight. I mean, for a little thing, she's a pure muscle. And she just, she understands it, she felt that they were attacking her at a certain, place on the plate. And so she's like, okay, I'm going to do this. Like, she has a plan. She is ultra competitive. And so those ultra competitive kids get really focused in big games. And I think that's what you saw this weekend, is she got ultra focused on making sure that she was doing the things that she needed to do in order to help us win.
How many times have you intentionally walked someone representing the tying run in a situation? Have you done that before?
Oh, I'm sure I have, Cease. Yeah. Why not just roll the dice? And yeah, I went out to Kennedy and said, hey, she's not going to hurt us. Like, let's not let her hurt us. And so, again, it's one of those moments where you either look really smart or really not so smart. So, we could have challenged her a little bit more, but at the end of the day, I felt like we did what was best for us.
Okay, what about Kennedy? She threw a 74.5 mile per hour on the inside corner to get a bit huge out, but yet she had some struggles there. What about her?
Oh, today? I didn't feel like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't feel like that today. I felt like she threw really well. I think, when she came into the office today and we sat down and we sat as a staff, pitching staff, and talked about, what we were going to do, I asked her, I'm like, how you doing? She goes, I feel okay. She goes, I'm tired. But when the game starts, Emily Kennedy, if I told her she was starting, she'd find a way to throw 7, 8, whatever we needed. So I thought she was pretty good. She, I think trying to figure out the strike zone, late in the game got a little dicey, but she also has the ability, and she's equipped to handle that now. I think I call her her freshman year, is really her sophomore year, but my freshman year with her, you would have seen things go a different direction very quickly. And so we practice that in the bullpen. She'll tell you, I'm like, okay, you're not getting that call. How are you going to adjust? And so I think that's been huge for her.
Okay, so this being the first series sweep against LSU, how does that feel, kind of coaching that and coming from last year and into this? I mean, just being, bam, 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 you got all 3. How does that feel?
Wins are always great. I didn't know that. So, yeah, I don't pay attention to those things. But I want to win every game. Every game I want to kick somebody's butt. I wake up that way. That's fun to me. That this weekend was fun. To come out here, and we needed to take this step as a program. We needed to play a top matchup and come out and absolutely execute our game. That is what gets me going, honestly. So I'm very proud of our players. Today was just special because I thought it was a team effort, to hear KK talk about that. And obviously Allie and Coco had big at-bats prior to that in order for that, to make that happen. Amari with the sac fly, those are all ingredients to this game that I think are going to be huge for us. And when, hopefully we make a run here at the end. And so this is what they're, learning of, Amari hits a ball deep enough and we get that insurance run again, So I think, they're understanding how to work together as a team, and that's what I'm most proud of. I will take sweeps every weekend, yes.
Not only was it a sweep, how does it feel to do this in front of a record-breaking
Yeah.
crowd?
I thought it was special. This was the best Davis Diamond has been, I feel like. It was loud and rowdy. I felt like all 7 innings, and not just when things were kind of going our way, because I really appreciate the 12th man. That was fun. That's what I want Texas A&M softball to be. I want you to come here and hate to play here. Yes, and we love it here.